I'm Rod Hersberger. I live in Santa Barbara. I drive a 718 GTS Boxster. Joined the club in 2006 when I bought a Cayman S. Been somewhat active. Well, to get us through this coronavirus business, we didn't have any events from early March until the end of August. So we tried to do some virtual things like pictures, other kind of contests. But last month we started our events, Motoring to Malibu, quite a success. Last week we started Cars and Coffee in Camarillo. This week here in Santa Barbara at Ledbetter Beach. So trying to follow the guidelines of PCA and state of California, we're slowly opening up our events. We have 3 driving events coming up. They're all sold out. These people are ready to get out. So
fantastic.
We've gotten through this. Membership's strong. New members growing all the time. I think 4 new members here today. I get from PCA the names of new members, so I always write them a personal email welcoming them to the club, giving them the website, maybe the latest issue of Der Auspuff Messenger. So we try to encourage them to get out and come join us at these Cars and Coffee and events and stuff.
Well, good morning. I'm Nick Liakis. I'm a past president of the club. I'm a past editor of the newsletter, and pretty much the head chef and bottle washer. I've been a member of this region for 20 years. I've been involved in many of its activities and many of its events. And it's a way that we formed not only a lot of great friendships, but we've learned a lot of things. Everything that the club does has a learning requirement. So when we visit a site in one of our monthly drives, it's not just the scenic beauty, but what's the history, who are the people involved, why is it an important site. So there's always, as I keep saying, there's always something to learn, and we've always been learning. The newer members are always very surprised, very happily so, as the way we conduct our events and all of the care and attention that we put into them. And it's the beginning of the creation of many new friendships. So it's been wonderful for me and my family, and for I think everyone that enjoys participating with the region. So come and join us and enjoy the trips that we do, enjoy the gatherings that we do, and you'll make the ownership of a Porsche even a more pleasurable event. Thanks.
Doreen Panko, and I joined in 1997 when I was in Portland, and I had a 1990 964, and then we moved down to California in 2000. And so then we switched to the Santa Barbara club there. So I've been here since 20 years. I'm currently the activities chair, and so I help organize all the activities every month. And I am also a past president, and so I've been working with the board for over 11 years on the board itself.
So when things go wrong, they come to you to help straighten them out?
That's for sure. Well, I talk about the fun that we have on our drives, and that it is, being able to drive with 30 other Porsches or 40 other Porsches at the same time, and people with the same interests. You've got a lot to talk about, so conversation isn't difficult, and it's just a whole different experience and a different level of camaraderie. And we do such a large variety of events that there's something, whether it's an autocross motorsport kind of a thing, or a concours showing your car versus drives, there's something there for everybody to get their interest and stuff. So people like the opportunity, and the fun really is driving your cars with other Porsches.
I'm Robert Watt, and I've been a member of the Porsche Club now for, in this region for at least 10 years, and a member of the PCA overall for about 15 years. About 3 Porsches altogether. My first Porsche was a Carrera 944 for a short spell, and now we drive a 2001 Boxster S. The club's great because the people are great. It's more about the people and the cars, and it's just a great group to be a part of. And everybody's welcoming and very friendly. And the activities we do, it's a lot of fun.
You set me up perfect. So CJ Ward, a member PCA, live in Santa Barbara, drive an 87 Porsche 911 Cabriolet. I've had it for 7 years, and I love it. Great car. And I am the local news guy in town too, so that's... And he's driving a car I wish I drove. Doesn't that sound nice? Yeah. I was going to say, that's what I wish I was driving out of here right now. 2.8 RSR, that thing's crazy. I've been with the club about, I think, 6 years. 6 years-ish. Yeah. And I talk about the relationship with the car, the person. I love the stories. You know, how did they get the car? Why did they choose that car? I mean, was it something that was in their family? I mean, I love the story behind the story kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I find that the most interesting part about a lot of these cars. You know, how did they get it? Did they restore it? Is it pretty original? That's what I like. You know, I've done, I guess some people would call mine a sympathetic restoration. It's, you know, when I got it, I mean, mechanically it was in great shape. The interior was a little dried out. I did replace the interior. And I've done a lot of little things there. You know, we had a cracked glass on a gauge, and yeah, I've done some little stuff here and there. But it looks better now than it did when I bought it. No doubt.
Does your wife come along?
She does.
She's a part. She likes the club atmosphere.
She loves the club atmosphere. As long as it's not too early in the morning.
That's my wife's problem. The reason why my wife isn't here is because it was too early.
Yeah, I'll say, hey, do you want to go to the club meeting or the car gathering? And the first question is, what time is it? What time does it start? Well, what time do you plan on getting there? That's it. What time do you plan on getting there? Because she knows I don't get there at the beginning.
Do you do a lot of the rides?
Yeah, I do. I do as many as I can fit into my schedule. My problem is you're
a busy guy.
I've got a lot of and I'm a late guy. I mean, I just sometimes don't get to bed till 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock.
You look pretty well today.
Yeah, because I didn't really do it 2 o'clock in the morning last night.
Okay,
so
got it.
That's why for 6 years I haven't been to one of these because I do that normal Friday night into Saturday morning till 2 o'clock in the morning.
Okay, tough schedule.
Yeah.
I'm Chris Andropoulos. I'm originally from the East Bay area, and I've lived in town for almost 20 years now.
And you work for?
I work for Schneider Auto House as a technician. I've managed the shop. I've started out sweeping the floors, lot boy, and worked my way up to working on Porsches, old and new.
I've heard that you also write for
I write for a few. I write for Excellence Magazine, 000 Magazine, occasionally for Panorama, the national. But I started out actually writing tech articles for their house booth, the local PCA magazine. So
Are you a member of the club?
Yes.
Okay. Would you recommend to others to join this club?
Yes. Yeah, it's a great little group, and they do a lot of fun driving events, and there's a lot of our customers and friends have been in the club for a very long time, and it's fun to see new people join and share the love for these cars and hang out. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, the founder of our shop, Joe Schneider, who's still around working on the older cars. He's been a member. I think he was a past president of the club, years ago, and. My 944 Turbo that I own, I bought from Bert Meisevic, who's still a member and a former national president, and so there's a lot of continuity there. A lot of the same guys who've been in it for a very long time.